talking about, guys? What is going on? Dude, I love this song. Guys, what is going on? How are y'all all doing today, fellas? How are we all doing today? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's cut that here. Oh my goodness gracious. We got Jurassic, Endurance, Irrelevant, Miss Fishburger, Blue Fire, Bearded Dragon, Woomy, Endurance again, Larry, Derby. Oh my gosh, guys. How we doing? Guys, y'all know the deal. Y'all know the deal, guys. Give me one emote. Give me one emote, guys, that represents how your day is going today, guys. One emote that represents how your day is going today, fellas. Talk to me. I gotta know. Just one. Not 20. Just one. That's all. Oh my goodness gracious, guys. How are we doing? How are we doing, guys? How are we doing? A lot of new faces in here, too. Turtle Lover. Burnt. What is going on, homie? How are we doing? Woomy, is it? There you go, Woomy. Spring, guys. How are y'all doing, guys? I hope y'all are having a fantastic day. If y'all don't know who I am, guys, my name is AermanReid. I'm a variety streamer. We stream a lot of different games, mainly like Nintendo games type stuff. But we just started doing these podcasts, and it's called On the Air. It's a lot of fun. It's a good time. We have guest streamers every week. And today we have a very, very awesome guest, guys. Today's topic is going to be relationships while streaming. Very, very cool topic, guys. I've heard there's a lot of stuff that I've heard about all this, and I know that that's a topic that I think a lot of people want to know about. So I think it'll be very, very interesting, very, very cool. And guys, our guest is someone that I have known for really since I started Twitch. Ironically, like it seems like right as I started doing Twitch, I got to meet this guy, him and his girlfriend, and they are just like the coolest, most awesome people that I've honestly had the luxury and pleasure of meeting and getting to like watch grow and watch, you know, succeed and just absolutely kill it. Just a super, super cool dude, guys. We are, of course, talking about the one and only LarryFishBurger. Yes, guys. LarryFishBurger. There you go, guys. Look at this guy. Look at him. See, now, y'all may notice, guys, that I'm trying to grow a beard. And what it is I'm just trying to copy what Larry's got going on. That's all I'm shooting for.
Listen, I'm trying to copy that jawline, homie. Look at that. Come on.
What
now.
are you talking
Come on now. You want to talk? Listen, we can have a handsome off all day, but you're going to win every time, Airman. Every time, boy.
What's it, how you doing, man?
I'm great. Fresh off a hot stream and now onto an even hotter podcast.
Man, this guy works hard, you know? He works full time. He streams all the time. I mean, how many hours did you stream today?
Today we cut a little bit short, but about 7 hours. 7 hours.
7 hours. Dude, that's a long time. And then to come on here, seriously, thank you so much, guys. Can we please get some love in the chat for Larry? After a long, hard days of work, come and hang out with us, guys. That really means a lot. Larry, guys, if you don't know what he streams, he is a Fortnite streamer. He streams Fortnite.
Yes, sir.
Very, very good at it. Do you do it competitively as well, or?
Oh my God, no! I suck at the game, dude. I am mediocre at best at the game, but for me, it's all about the content. You know what I mean? Entertainment over gameplay.
Yeah, and you know, guys, I always like to brag about the person that I'm on with, and I always talk about how it's always cool, guys, to go to other streamers and kind of see something that they're really good at. This guy, he's got the most amazing overlays. I would love to put some of that in my stream. Oh, this guy, he's really, really good at just the game in general. I would like to be better at the game. Larry, dude, this guy can have 100, however many people watching his streams, and he is always reading that chat, always being positive, just always having a good time with his people. And it's hard to do that. It's hard to, I'm sure at times it gets tough, right? Whenever you got...
And then with the premium gas, yeah, it does get difficult. It does, there's times where I do miss things, but you know how it is, man, as a streamer. We're not perfect, we're humans, so we're going to miss it. Right. But we try our best.
So, all right, so let's start off. We always start off. So, how did you start getting into streaming?
Well, I've always, been into gaming. When I was like in high school, like all I wanted to do was be in like optic gaming and like make YouTube videos and like quick scoping montages.
Everybody.
Yeah, exactly. That was the dream, you know what I mean?
Oh,
And,
yeah.
and then streaming started becoming a thing, and it was always something that I had such intrigue in, but I never thought that I could do it, you know, because of obviously I couldn't afford the technology and for whatever it's worth, I just couldn't do it at the time. And then when you could stream from your console, I'd go live here and there, and it just wasn't, you know, it wasn't the way I wanted to do it. And finally, I said to myself, I'm going to put everything I can into this. I'm going to fully dive into it, and I'm going to see what comes out of it. At the very least, I'm just playing video games anyway. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Maybe I'll meet some cool people along the way. And it seems like it's starting to work out.
Bro, that's what I'm talking about. See, it's like that, you know, it's people like you. Like, I feel like people, like, we're very similar that way. Like, when you do something, when you decide, when you've got your mind set on something, you just freaking do it. Like, you just try to tackle it, you know, as hard as you can.
Right.
And that's awesome. So you had always kind of, I guess, dabbled and messed with kind of online, like YouTube videos and all that stuff. Because I had done that as well before a little bit. But Twitch, man, when I found out about that, that was like the platform for me. Like the live interaction was all that and all that. That was really, really cool to me. So, I mean, I guess you've been streaming on Twitch now for how long?
I'm affiliated for 13 months now, so right around that 13, 14 month mark, a little over a year.
Dang, that's crazy, man. 13 months. Does it feel like 13 months?
It doesn't, it doesn't. It's
Bro,
weird, dude.
I'm telling you, like, for me, it moves like months go by so fast.
That's what it is. Like, it doesn't feel like it, and then you look at it, it's like, because there's some days where it's like, man, it does feel like it's been a year, but then there's other times where it's like, wow, I can't believe that it's been a year. It's been over a year now. It's nutty to me.
Right. So our topic today is relationships while streaming. And you, obviously, you know, you're in a relationship. How long have you and your girlfriend been together?
So May will make 5 years. So in May.
Dang, 5 years, dude. That is a long
It's a milestone, man. Might as well be married.
Bro, that's awesome. That's incredible. So 5 years, that's wild. So how did you bring, did she already know about Twitch, or did she already kind of know that that's what you wanted to do whenever y'all were dating earlier? Or?
Well, she knows, like, she always knew that I was like heavy into video games. Like that was my thing. Video games for me has always been kind of like an escape for reality. When I'm having a rough day or I'm going through something, I can kind of use video games as my escape. So she always knew that that was big to me, and she's always been really understanding and supportive of that. So I wouldn't say that she kind of knew about Twitch, but she knew about like the gaming side of me, which led to her kind of getting into and understanding and now loving Twitch.
Yeah, exactly. That's really good too, especially that she knew that early on. So that was definitely a nice, easy bridge into it. That's really good. I had to turn that down a little. That's probably a little bit too loud. Let me see here. Let me adjust that real quick. So that's cool. So when she was very, very open to the idea of it, you know, whenever you told her about that you wanted to start doing it, she was like, why not? Yeah, go for it.
Absolutely.
And she's very, very on board with it as well.
Yes. And that's the thing, is like, there was never a moment in time where she was like, maybe you shouldn't do this. Maybe this isn't a good idea or anything like that. I'm very, very blessed in the aspect of like, regardless of what it is that I'm doing, she's 100% got my back. And she does keep it real with me. She'll keep me in check if I need a reality check, but she's never not been supportive, and I'm very lucky for that.
Man, that's incredible. That is such a humongous factor. I think that there's a video I specifically remember watching whenever I first started doing Twitch, I was in a relationship. And there was a video that I had watched that kind of brought alarm to me, and it was this guy, and he was like, man, whenever I started, like I lost my girlfriend, I lost this and that. I was like, man, that's horrible. But you know, I think what it ultimately comes down to, from what I've learned and what I've seen, you know, is it's who you're with. You know, that's the biggest part of it. Is, are they truly, you know, a partner? Are they there to support you? You know, are they there to have your back?
Right.
And perfect example, guys. Even what you see on screen, your background, she did that whole setup.
She decorated the whole ensemble. I mean, I don't
look
even know
at that. If that's not support, I don't know what
posters
is,
there. I mean, we keep the blanket there for the cats because they like to sit on the perch. I gotta clean this up. We got a nice little fish fillet box up there.
Hey, there you go.
Got to represent, baby.
What's it? So okay, now y'all talked about y'all's cats. How many cats do y'all have?
Babe, how many cats do we have?
No, you gotta ask.
How many cats are? Listen, all right. It's more than 2 and it's less than 8. Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Listen, here's the thing. Okay, if it was up to me, like if we had the money, I would open up a shelter and I would just take all the cats. You know what I mean?
Are you the crazy cat person, or is she the crazy cat person?
I was never, and then like she kind of helped me like fall in love with them. I was always a dog person, and now I'm the craziest cat person of them all. Like I see. It's so hard. She has to keep me in check now when we see like these posts on Facebook where this cat needs help. I'm like, babe, let's go adopt them.
No
and she's
way.
like, we can't. You know what I mean? So I would love to have like 100 of them, but we can't, unfortunately.
Chat, are y'all dog people or are y'all cat people? See, I'm allergic to cats. So
that's like the saddest thing in the world, dude. You're missing out.
But honestly, if I'm around the cat for long enough, then I get used to it. And
that's what happened to me, dude. My eyes used to always get itchy. Now I'm fine, dude. I can hold Yeezy right up to my face, no problem.
There you go. What's it? So that's tight. That's very good. So y'all been dating 5 years. She knew about Twitch and was very, very supportive from the get-go.
100%.
Do you think, like, and I know that she's very, and if y'all don't know who she is, guys, she is Miss FishBurger. I'm sure she's in the chat right now. And y'all all know Miss FishBurger. Guys, something that y'all don't know about Larry that I did not know until very recently. Guys, we owe a lot of our channel's success to Larry and Miss FishBurger, guys. Y'all don't see it on the front end, but whenever I look at the back end, man, and I see how many people he sends our way, guys, many people. So can we please get some love in the chat for Larry, please? Because, guys, he has really helped our channel out so much.
It's all you, dog.
How did I meet Miss FishBurger? Miss FishBurger, you're the chat. How we met? Because I met Miss FishBurger before I met Larry, and I guess she told you about me, huh?
100%. It's funny. Okay, so I bought her Hollow Knight for the Switch, and she was looking for people who were playing it, and someone who was playing it hosted you, and she fell in love with your stream, dude. Absolutely.
Dude, that's a
you were
great
doing
Hollow
handstands.
Knight. That was from day one.
Believe it or not, okay, I'm at work, and she sends me a snap of you doing a handstand, and she's like, you have to go follow this guy so you can see him do a handstand. And I followed, and you did a handstand, and I lost my mind, and I fell in love with the stream. And then it was just, a bromance from there.
Bro, that's great. Isn't it so crazy just like how it all works?
It's funny, man.
That's so bizarre. And you know what? Hollow Knight is day one for me. That's like one of the day one games.
That game is difficult, man.
Do what?
That game is hard.
Yeah, it's very difficult. It's very hard. People yell at me all the time for the games I play because I'm horrible at them. What's it?
It's about the vibes, man.
Dude, but that's so awesome. Miss FishBurger, dude, she's so cool. Very, very cool. And she always stops by. And and she is, honestly, I mean, for your stream, I can't tell you how many times I've gone into your stream, and she is like mother of all mods. Like, just always in there, always watching, always supporting, always helping. If you're live, she's in there.
She's in there like swimwear, baby. Even when she's at work, she'll yell at me to have her laptop on lurk for her. You know what I mean? She's serious about her watch time and showing that love. Like, she's got to, even if when she can't be there, she has to have a presence. And like that goes to show the volume of support of which she gives you.
Unbelievable, man. That's incredible. That's very, very awesome. But she's also never been on the stream though.
No, I mean, you get little, like, okay, so like now you see I'm in this corner, right? But when we were in the corner, you'd see her kind of scurry on by so she couldn't get caught, or you'll see her holding one of the cats in front of the camera, but never like her. So you catch little bits and pieces.
Is it a shy thing?
I think it might be a shy thing, or also maybe like she kind of does like she kind of respects her privacy a little bit.
Totally.
So and I think it may be a shyness thing too, which is crazy because she's like the most beautiful girl in the world to me. So I mean, I think she should be on stream all the time. Probably up the views a little bit. You know what I mean? But, at the end of the day, I respect the fact that she's supportive of it, and if she doesn't want to be on it, she doesn't have to. That'll always be her decision.
For sure. Yeah, that's definitely a very big one. It's really important to separate the stream world from also the relationship personal world as
100%,
well.
100%.
And that's a big thing, because if you fully engross in it, then it's all that ever is type thing. I don't know. I know with in my relationship that I had, my ex was not very big on. She didn't want to be in the streams, you know. She didn't, and that's totally fine,
Right.
But it was for definitely a different reason, I think, than say Miss Fishburger. I don't. She wasn't very on board with the idea. I know with her, a lot of it had to do like with money ends of it with my ex. But you know, and that can get really, really tricky and hairy, but it's definitely like support for the wrong reason type thing. But that's great that you have somebody, you know, that is completely on board, super supportive. And that's very hard to find. And it's something that you're passionate about as well, you know, and it makes it that much easier, you know.
It really does.
So, what does your like typical week look like for you? You know, having to, because Larry, guys, you don't know, he works full time. He is boyfriend of the year, you know, and streaming as much as he possibly can. So, what does your regular like work week or just week look like?
It's kind of nutty. You know, I work generally Monday through Friday. Every now and then I have to work a weekend. But so we'll just go with kind of what I usually do. So Monday through Friday, I work Monday, Tuesday, 9 to 6. My Wednesdays, I work 3 to midnight, and then again 9 to 6, 9 to 6. So I wake up, I go to work, and I work in the hotel industry, so it's hectic. I work like a 9-hour day, and then I basically I get out at 6. My stream is at 7. So I get out, I go right home. I have very little time to prepare, and then I just go live, stream till about maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock. Spend that, you know, hour or so with Miss Fishburger, go to sleep, maybe watch a little Hulu, a little Netflix, and then rinse, wash, repeat. My Wednesday's a little bit different. Usually Wednesdays is the day I'll take my time to go get my haircuts. And then, or if if it's a week I didn't get a haircut, it's like I do every 2 weeks. I give that time as a little extra time with Miss Fishburger as well. I don't get a lot of time to see my family, which kind of is a little bit cruddy because I am very, very big on family. But there's just, I tell myself now I'm young. Now is the time to grind. If this all pays off, that is when I will get some more time to spend with my family, and get to kind of see them, and you know, hopefully it'll all work out. We'll see what happens.
Oh yeah. You know, that's really important too. Like you said, you know, it's hard to manage your time and, you know, family. That can be tough, but there is a time to work, and there's a time to do that stuff, and it's just really hard to choose which.
It's tough to find the mixture, man. You know,
it really is. You know, fortunately for me, all my family, we're all. I mean, right now I'm living with my mom's, and my dad doesn't live too far. My brothers, you know, we're all kind of close, living together, and so that makes it a lot easier. But that's good. So, I mean, and it's not even just that hour that you get with her when you're done streaming, you know, end of the day. But she's also, you know, even in your house, I don't know if she's just a room away, or I know she's always in the chat. So
she's always like literally 5 feet from me right now. Like she's so like, cause where we're at, this is the living room, right? So like this is kind of like a corner of the living room. She's right on the couch right over there. She's got the laptop. She's got her headphones in. Like she's never too far away. And like if she hears something, like she's not too hesitant to talk a little trash back to me. You know what I mean? If I'm like, hey, babe, you know what I mean? No, she's good. That's why I say she keeps me in check. You know what I mean?
You have
like,
some fun. There you go.
Yeah. No, she busts chops. She's cool about it. You know what I mean? Like she's obvious. She's my girlfriend, but she's my best friend. You know what I mean? And that's what
awesome,
what I like. Is like we can bust each other's chops and we have fun, and that's what's important.
That's great. And so you stream in the living room. I was streaming from my apartment bedroom because it had this little like cranny. I don't know, this little hole in the wall.
I feel like I saw a picture of it once. It was nice.
Did
it was
you?
a cool little spot. Yeah, it was cool.
Bro, I mean, it was tight. It was like my little man cave. Honestly, like I loved it. It was so cool. And but it was in the bedroom too. So it sucked because, you know,
when she wants to take a nap or go to sleep or anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, that's why we didn't put it in the bedroom. That's like her sanctuary. Like napping is very important. Like if you want to ask me the number one way to make it work with Miss Fishburger, make sure she has her naps. That's important, right there.
There you go. There you go.
Those naps are important, right? She needs her naps.
That's right. So that's good. Living room. That's awesome. And based on what it looks like, man, it's a tight ship, man. Everything looks real nice and clean.
Miss Fishburger is like probably the clean. Like if it wasn't for her, this would be an episode of Hoarders back here.
Bro, I'm telling you,
it wouldn't be good. It's already
On
starting
my
to
side, I don't even want to show you. There are cords
get...
everywhere. Whenever I was in a
Cable management's not a thing for me either. Don't feel bad.
bro, because I know with my whenever I was dating my ex, cords and cables, dude, it was like just it's everywhere. There's just everything. I was like, I'm so sorry. I wish and I would have to like tape and do all sorts of stuff and.
Dude, sometimes I have to tell her, just don't look over here. You know what I mean? That's how I have to tell her. Like, just
but
don't
you know,
even
what's even better? What's even better is that she probably told you. She just probably said, "You know what, babe? Let me just do it." And so, and so she got to have complete control of all that stuff.
Oh yeah. I came home to it and it was just done. You know what I mean? All she wanted me
perfect.
to do was move everything over. When I moved it over, I went back. I went to work. I came back. Everything was beautiful. It was perfect.
Man, that's great. That's awesome.
It.
That is so cool. What's it? So, do you think that streaming with Twitch and that's definitely provided something extra on top of y'all's relationship? Do you think that's made the relationship stronger? Do you think? I mean, based on from what everything looks like, man, it looks great.
It definitely has moments where it does make it stronger because it's something that we bond over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I can see at the end of it, y'all giving yourselves each other a high five. Like, yeah, great.
Yes, 100%. Like if it's a good stream and we shut it down, I'm like, we just give each other that look, and then we'll be on the couch afterwards and be like, remember when that happened or when this happened? Kind of laugh about it, has a funny moment, or even again, like she'll call me on something. She'll be like, listen, like this was something where you could have improved, or this was something where maybe you were a little toxic or something like that.
That's
so like
great.
she calls me on my stuff, and that's important too.
No, very, dude. That's incredible. Yeah, I mean, and that's something interesting because for me, that was never any. And you saying that, I thought, man, yeah, I never even thought of it in that way because anytime the stream would be talked about with like my ex, for example, I mean, it would be just no idea. It honestly she didn't enjoy hearing about it, because it wasn't someone that she was really interested in to begin with. But, but to have somebody that you are able to, like you just said, have your best friend, she's in there all the time, so you can share those memories and that she can keep you in line, keep you in check. That's incredible. That's remarkable.
Man. She's my biggest supporter and my harshest critic, and it's the greatest thing I could ever ask for.
Oh yeah, very, very cool, very, very cool. So how much do you think your stream schedule is dictated by the relationship? Do you feel like there are certain hours that you don't stream strictly because you're in a relationship, or that you work around this time frame? Or
I think that because she's so flexible, the relationship doesn't really dictate it much. But there are so for instance, like on a Saturday or a Sunday, I would probably start streaming a little bit earlier, but out of my own accord, out of my own choice, I decide, hey, I need to set some time aside to at least have a little bit of time before the stream and a little bit of time after the stream. Because for me, it's important because I need that time too. I crave that as much as I want to succeed. Even right now, I feel it even lately, I miss her and she's right there, but I miss her.
Totally.
And so yes, it dictates, but it's out of my own thing. It's never anything that she does. I could literally stream 24/7 and she wouldn't complain, which is crazy. But I know that I have to give her that time, and I have to give myself that time too, because I feel it. There's times where I know I'm going to, even tomorrow, I don't work tomorrow, but I might just stick with my regular stream time so that way I can spend a little bit extra time with her because I feel it, it hits me hard.
Right, for sure. And another big thing too is, and you said, and she wouldn't even mind. I think a lot of it too is that she is fully aware of how hard you work, and she respects the grind and the hustle. Yes. And she knows that it's not easy, and you're doing the best you can, try going hard, going as much as you can. And
yes. When
you see somebody just doing their absolute best and they're just trying, and they're just working, you can't not respect it, And I think that, she, I'm sure, respects that highly, and she sees and admires that, in you, that hard working work ethic, and just always trying her best. And that's incredible, because you're right. You know what? She probably wouldn't mind if you did it all the time. And for you, and people often think, I can see how some people might think that you can sometimes the streamer, the person, might be okay with not seeing the girlfriend or whatever, but just as much as you want to stream, you also want to see your partner as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I used to my stream whenever I was in a relationship dictated heavily on the relationship. My schedule was always changing. But if it was her day off, I would make that the stream's day off, so I would have the whole day. But same with you. I would wake up at 7 in the morning, and that's exactly when she met me, during that time. I was waking up at 7 because it had to have been in the morning, whenever she stopped by. But so wake up at 7, stream from 8 to 11 in the morning, go to work at noon till 9, and then how about those last 2 hours, or hour before bed, hang out with the girlfriend, and then Friday that would be our day, and then so on and so forth. The weekends, it would depend, family events and all that. But I'm sure you as well, though. I mean, if there's that event that you got to go to, or if there's, you got a date day coming up or whatever.
Yes.
You have no problem taking off that day to do that, or however it may be.
100%.
Depending on what it is.
It's a respect thing. You know what I mean? Respect is everything for me, and I want to make sure that, she's so good about this. I should be respectful of the fact that she's so good and understanding, and make sure that I make that time too. Because if not, then I'm taking way too much advantage of her understanding and how good she is about this. And I'm just saying, you know what? I'm just going to keep going until something happens. Like, that's not good. So no, there has to be a balance. And she lets me find that balance. You know what I mean? And I have to give her credit for that. Like, that's incredible to me.
Now, she is, I said earlier that she is just like a killer mod. But she's more just a mod. I asked her at one point, I said, what is your job title? You were just like, you just kill it. Like, sometimes I'll talk to her just to whisper in Larry's ear a little bit. But I mean, what all does she do? I mean, she mods, but she also, she kind of helps you with other people,
100%. Yeah, because there's sometimes where, because the chat is so bumping, especially lately, she'll whisper me something important that I might have missed. You know what I mean? So it's a beyond like a mod thing. It's just this extraordinarily helpful person thing. It's like almost having a second version of me, because she's reading chat, and if I miss something important, she'll call it out, or she'll whisper me, or she'll come right to me and say, hey, this person said this, make sure that you acknowledge that, or make sure that you answer that. You know what I mean? So it is like having another streamer without having another streamer. So she's more than just a mod. She's a presence. She's a force in that stream.
Absolutely. After like me saying that, and after hearing what you just said earlier, I said that, has she ever been on the stream? The truth of the fact is that she is there. Like, she may as well be there all the time, and the
Pretty
thing
much.
too is, just as much as when they see LarryFishBurger goes live, they're also clicking it knowing, hey, Miss Fishburger is also in there, and we love her,
true.
and she's awesome and just such a cool person. But I mean, Miss Fish, she's in the chat now, so I mean, she moderates, so I mean, she's doing a lot of the timeouts, the bans,
Oh yeah.
What are some of the behind the scenes stuff that she does? Like,
I mean, aside from like the timeouts and the bans and stuff, she really does kind of keep an eye out for, like I said, like if she sees something that might be off-putting that I'm doing, she'll call it out. She'll come up to me and say, hey, maybe try this, or hey, you're kind of starting to fade away. Again, because like it does get toxic. There's times where I do let people get the best of me. That's maybe one of my weaknesses, and she's quick to say, hey, maybe let's turn it around. Or she'll even type in chat, all right, like it's, let's switch the vibe up. You know what I mean? So it's more than just the mod thing. It's a whole. She's like, she moderates me, she's a mod for stream, and she's a mod for me. Important. I need that, because not everybody's going to call me on it, and not everybody's going to call me on it the right way. Because it's good to call, to go back and forth with people, but at the same time, when it gets to a toxic, unattractive place, she calls me on it, and she helps me tremendously.
So what does a date day look like for the Fishburger fam?
I mean, an ideal date. We're both homebodies, you know what I mean?
Really?
It's that's why it's even another reason less, because I don't like going out. If I leave the house, I don't like going to places with larger crowds too much or anything like that. It's crazy because I am an extrovert by all means, but I'm also a homebody. So, and she is too, and it's a beautiful thing because an ideal date for us is Chinese food, pizza, and some Hulu, Netflix, or whatever movie
Ooh,
we
that
want to
sounds
watch.
good, bud.
Yeah,
I know you're going to that barber though when you go out.
Oh yeah, no, listen, if I'm going somewhere bougie, I mean the hat's on, but don't let it fool you. There's a beautiful head of hair under this with a crispy fade. I see my barber twice a month. Every 2 weeks I go see my barber. So.
Oh man, I had a funny experience whenever I went to get a haircut, and I'm sure you have a story to share with this as well. But if you have ever the Twitch logo or something on whenever you go out, I always I make the joke that when people see you with Twitch stuff or even YouTube stuff, they either assume that you're like really really rich and successful and famous, or that you're just like dirt poor, like horrible, And so I wanted to get my haircut, and she goes. She asked, she was like, "Oh, well, what'd you do today?" I was sitting in the chair, she's cutting my hair, and I ironically enough, that day I had just mailed some T-shirts, and I said, "Well, I just got back from the post office. I mailed some T-shirts," and she heard earlier that I had done Twitch, so she like very visibly takes one big step back, and she just like, "Are you like some PewDiePie like big?" I just like busted out loud. I was like, not at all. Not at all.
You should have said, not yet.
Oh man. No, I should have said yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
But have you ever had that happen where somebody just thinks like this humongous thing? Or
I mean, believe it or not, my barber knows. Like my barber's he's someone he's always liking my little Instagram videos and showing love and support. So he's really good about it. And he's always saying, it's like, one day I'm gonna be a celebrity barber. One day I'll be a celebrity barber. It's funny. So he's super supportive. But in terms of like when I wear my merch, like there's people at work who know about it and they're supportive of it, but no one's ever really asked like, "Oh, are you like famous?" I think the funniest thing was like when I went to like CVS and a buddy of mine who kind of watched the stream, his girlfriend went to CVS and she recognized me from my buddy watching the stream. And she goes, "You're LarryFishBurger." And I was like, "Oh God."
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, it's terrifying, right? Okay. So, and then I think maybe a second slightly terrifying instance was I went to Best Buy, like a local Best Buy. And then when I got back, somebody whispered me saying, "Hey," and mind you, this was a Twitch whisper, "Hey, you were just at Best Buy." And I was like, "Oh dear God." You know what I mean? Like that's like where my anxiety kicks in. I was like, I'm exposed, Yeah,
Best Buy, man. I'm talking. I always use Best Buy as the example because Best Buy, and they give you like, and it's weird. And I do this because Best Buy, everybody on Best Buy knows about Twitch, and
yeah,
just because it's an electronic store, and I go in there. They're so funny because I'll wear my Twitch hoodie or whatever, and they'll ask a bunch of questions. But I feel bad because they'll ask, "Hey, what's your stuff?" And I used to be very big on just like handing out, a card or telling them. But you also have to realize when you give them they know your address, your phone number, they know everything.
Yes.
And so I'm like, dude, I can't tell you. I'm sorry. I don't want to be the bad guy, but I can't.
Because all it takes is that one really scummy employee. Like, not saying Best Buy, if you ever watch this, I'm not saying your employees are scumbags, but you never know. You never know what it's going to take. And if you ever you never know, dude, if you blow up like Ninja or something, that one Best Buy employee is going to like extort you or something,
right. Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, that's funny. I had that experience and I'm not, and you did as well. That's funny.
It's terrifying, man. It's like the scariest thing in the world. I don't want anybody to like find me.
Let's see here. So for those people, for people that say that relationships can't work while streaming, what do you say to those people?
I think that's false. It's false because relationships can work while streaming. It just has to be the right relationship. You know what I mean? Because it's like any other pipe dream that you may pursue. Either someone believes in you or they don't. And don't get me wrong, it is a two-way street because the person who's pursuing the pipe conscious of, his partner and have to be aware of his partner's needs as well. So it is a two-way street, but at the same time, it can always work. It's just like if it doesn't work, it might not mean that there's something wrong with that relationship the general of like, okay, like Twitch relationships can't work, YouTube relationships can't work. No, that relationship just didn't work. That's
Exactly.
That's because that person didn't believe in you.
Very well put. Very well put. For sure. What was that? Right. Exactly. Do you think, and I think I already asked this a little bit, but do you think that being in a relationship streaming helps, or do you think that it can? I think it can be both. I think it can help, but it can also hurt, depending, like you just said, on that person.
100%.
Whether or not they believe in you. And it's really like any self-employed business where it's all on you. So you only get as much as you put in, and you all, of course, want to put in as much as you can. But like you were just saying, it all depends, I guess, on just who you're with, determining if it can help or not. For you,
yeah, man,
obviously a big help. For you, I'm sure that a lot of the success that you've seen in your channel and growth and all that, it comes from Miss FishBurger, and that is incredible. But on the flip side, you'll have that partner who's not supportive. Who's really not a partner. Who really isn't behaving like a partner. You know what I mean?
Right. I think that's what it is. And it has to be, again, it is a two-way street. You know what I mean? Because like the person who is pursuing also needs to be understanding of the other partner who is trying to help that person grow. But if this person just doesn't believe in you from the get-go, isn't supporting you, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. It's going to be it's something to overcome. So I think that there has to be a 50-50. It has to be mutual. And if that person just isn't understanding of it from the get-go, it is impossible to overcome that, especially because the business that we're in, this is already a massive hill to climb. And then you add somebody who doesn't believe in you from the get-go on top of that, and you're now in a relationship, you're tied to that person, it's going to make it even harder for you to succeed. So you have to make sure you're both on board, and you have to make sure that you're being respectful, but they're also being respectful of you and believing in you.
So, I mean, y'all have got some perspective from Larry from the supportive end, and my ex was very supportive of it. I think, though, the passion that I had for it, it wasn't a shared passion at all. It was more of, hey, like, that's your thing. You're really good at it. Cool, right on, have fun. And I think the more I was getting involved in it, because at one point, I don't know. I think she just saw me getting more and more into it. She's like, oh, like, you're really doing this type thing. There was never a moment of you can't do it. You're not good at it type thing. It was more of a, hey, it's just not for me. Like, that's just not my thing.
That's fair, because that's better than it being like a toxic, like you're never going to make it type of deal.
Yeah, of course. And so for me, almost immediately, man, like I'm talking, having that be removed, from that environment and all that, the channel just started doing much better. There was a lot more growth, a lot more support, just overall, just a great...
It's a different vibe.
Exactly. Yeah. And you don't have that, you're in complete control, and you don't have to worry about some of those things that might come with a relationship like that, as opposed to a supportive one where, it's obviously just fantastic, and you just have that always building each other up type thing, as opposed to just it being one person, and if you're stuck with somebody who's not passionate about, what it is that you're doing. But very, very cool. We're kind of toward the last 20 minutes, guys. So if you guys in the chat have any questions for me or Larry, go ahead and shoot them in. Miss FishBurger, I might as well. I gotta hang on tight. This is a bit overdue, but I gotta make Miss FishBurger a mod. Let's see here. So if y'all have any questions, guys, please feel free to ask them for either one of us. No game battle. You don't have us. You don't. What systems do you have, Larry?
I've got Xbox. I've got PlayStation. I've got a Switch. I've got my PC. I got it all, buddy.
You have Smash Brothers then, right?
I don't have Smash Brothers, dude. Should I get Smash?
What do you mean? Yes. You never played Smash growing up?
I played Smash a lot. Like when I was N64, GameCube. But then I kind of dipped off when like the Wii started coming out. So I haven't played Smash since like N64 or
Bro, that's
GameCube.
like
GameCube.
Whenever I heard that it was gonna be on, thank you, trolling for the gift sub.
Hey.
Let me see here. Yeah, as soon as I heard that Smash was gonna be on the Switch, I was like, well, I guess I gotta buy a Switch now. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, X, for the gift subs. Guys, will you please some love in the chat for X with the gift subs, please?
Listen, I will get Smash, okay? And that way you and I can play something. I do have Mario Kart, though. That's something we can play, you know? At least.
Bro, I was, because normally with our guest, we play a game. But I thought, I mean, I don't have Fortnite. I've only played Fortnite, I think, once.
Oh, dude, you should have done it one time for the one time, man. We could have done one game of Fortnite. That would have been so nuts because you
Bro, you would have given me a nasty spanking.
This was a missed opportunity.
What's it? We'll do it again. We'll play again.
Oh, 100%. I want to get you one game on Fortnite. I don't care how it happened, dude.
If we do, can we at least be on a team?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't. Because, I mean, you could do, I played it, I think, like one time. I played it,
dude, that would be so funny. Just because, like, even though you're not a Fortnite community, your fans would probably love just to see you play one game and just be lost. You know what I mean? Like, it would just be, there's an entertainment value there.
A lot of them, there's a few of them that, a lot of them don't want me to play it. There's a lot of them, of course, that do as well. It's like 50-50 type thing. But
just for the content of you just
I should have done it, though. I should have done it. I should have downloaded it. That would have been funny. But honestly, I didn't know how it worked. Man. I didn't know how it worked. That's too bad. But it's all good. We'll do it again another day.
100%.
We'll do, yeah, that'll be fun. Let's see. I want to see if there's any questions in the chat real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Fishburger, if you see him, can you throw like a water bottle at Larry or something and point it out to him? Let's see here. Let's see here. Liv says, do you think that as a streamer, being in a relationship as well is something that could cause issues in the relationship if one slowly draws out that passion?
So it draws out of the passion of like streaming. Do you think that that could cause the issue? Is that what that is?
I think that she's saying, do you think that streaming can be an issue in the relationship? And for me, it was. For me, streaming was an issue in the relationship. But honestly, it ultimately always comes down to, I think, who your partner is. Like for me,
100%.
For me, the person I was with never really played games, you know. So, you know, this was to that kind of a person. I think she looked at this kind of like more nerdy and, you know, to give some perspective, I met my ex at the gym I was coaching at, you know, tumbling, gymnastics. So when we first met, you know, the environment she saw me in was just total different world. So
just sculpted God with his guns out. You know,
we're just trying out here, Larry. So, you know, as time goes on, and this was always a dream of mine to do this, to either make YouTube videos or Twitch, and evident throughout the whole relationship, she got to see that. And have you seen me throw cards?
I don't think I've seen you throw cards, no, but now I really want to.
Miss Fishburger, have you seen me throw cards? But, bro, yeah, I don't know, that's crazy. You know, yeah, so I used to make, she has, yeah. So show Larry, real short, like it was to the point where Ellen called me. Not Ellen DeGeneres, but her executive producer of Ellen called and emailed. It was crazy. It was really, really cool. But
oh, you did tell she did tell me that. She told me about it, but I haven't seen you throw a card. That's the way she told me that.
It's pretty cool.
When you said the Ellen thing, I was like, I remember.
Yeah. So that was really cool. But she knew that I always like to create and stuff. But I think that for me at least, the stream, you know, whenever I would, and it's really, I mean, it's so hard for people that aren't like grind like mentality, you know, like hard, like it's putting in that extra work and extra effort. I'll never forget one of the moments. I'll never forget it, and I tell this story to people to kind of give some perspective. One day we were in the living room, and she said, I was, you know, on my phone, and whenever I was off Twitch, I was not supposed to be on Twitch. Like it's gone, it's done. You know, I could only be logged in, all that stuff, and that's fine, I swear. you know, and I was down for that. But, you know, those small little messages, like, or a quick reply or a quick email, you know, that would mean a lot, you know. And I'll never forget, we were in the living room, and she said, she saw me on my phone, and she was like, are you on Twitch? Like, are you doing Twitch stuff? And I said, no, I showed her a picture that somebody had sent me. It was on Snapchat, and they were holding, like, a T-shirt or a mug. And they said, wow, I got my tears. Like, I was like, look at this, babe. Like, this is incredible. This is awesome. And she goes, like, you know, that's, like, Twitch related, right? And I was just like,
Jeez.
What? Like, what? I was
That's
like,
not,
seriously?
see, there's a difference because it's not, yes, it might be Twitch related, but indirectly that's your, like, it's something, it's not just about Twitch being related. It's like a proud moment related. You know what I mean?
but
Like, it's like a cool thing that someone is holding up your t-shirt. You know what I mean? If I was to do that with Miss Fishburger, 100%, she's going to be more gassed than I am. You know what I mean? And she's going to be like, we need to thank that person. Oh my God. You know what I mean? So that is where you see that difference there, because it might not necessarily be toxic, but that person definitely didn't believe in you. And that's not okay, man, because you're an awesome guy.
Thanks. What's it? But in that situation, oh yeah, she asked me, she was like, why do you have to respond to like every single thing? Like, I mean, especially now. And I was like, and I had put my phone down, and it was like a moment of teaching is what I thought it was. It was like, I was like, who do you like on YouTube? You like James Charles. Like, you like James Charles? She's like, yeah, I love James Charles. Like, how would you feel if James Charles responded to your YouTube comment? And I'm not saying anything like I'm that big or anything, just somebody that you watch that entertains you or whatever. It's like, how would you feel if he responded to your comment? He was like, yeah, but I don't expect him to do it. And I was like, but what if he did? Like, what if he did? How much would that mean to you if they, like, you know, like, it's just that extra effort, you know, it's that extra stuff, like, and it's just like like, I mean, that'd be great, like, that'd be awesome, but it's not going to ever happen. What if it did happen? You know, I mean, to some people, they might look at, you know, some channels as like, that's their escape, or that's their guy, that's their person. And, you know, you gotta show as much love as you can, type thing.
No, I agree with you 100%.
Hang tight. Let me see here. My question to both of y'all: what is your favorite attribute that you look for in a viewer/supporter?
That's a really good question. Favorite attribute. I mean, I think that in general, a lot of people would say loyalty. Just because I feel like, you know, as streamers or content creators, we do go through changes and phases, you know what I mean? Even though, like, we might be playing the same game, or even if we don't play the same game, you would hope that regardless of what's on the screen, that person's going to be there and support you. And it's not, when I say loyalty, I don't mean donations, bits. I don't care what badge is next to somebody's name. As long as I see the name in there, that means the world to me. You know what I mean? Even if they're having a busy day and they pop in for 5 minutes just to say, hey, that to me means everything. You know what I mean? And that to me is what I look for the most, because if someone's loyal to me and they're there and they're helping me spread good vibes, I'm in your corner for life.
Right. Yeah. And they said viewer/supporter. And I think, I mean, you say supporter, but honestly, it is just support. Like, there's this specific individuals in my channel that, you know, no matter what game we're playing, no matter if things are going good, going bad, they're being a team player. And they say, hey guys, this, you know, whatever it is that's going on, or hey, like, what do y'all think about this? You know, trying to like help the channel, you know, whether it be sparking conversation, whether it be, you know, getting people on board with, oh, I hate this game. Hey guys, you know, this game really isn't that bad. You know, why don't y'all give it a try? Like, why don't we all watch, you know, type thing. Absolutely. So being very supportive like that goes a long way as well.
That's everything. You see that person in there, no matter what's on the screen, and like my heart melts. You know what I mean? I have a couple of people instantly came to mind. I won't say who, but it means the world, and I can't explain it. I wish that I could thank those people more than what I already do, but it's outstanding, and it blows my mind that people believe in this pipe dream, and they don't even know me. You know what I mean? That's nuts to me. So whoever supports like that, those people deserve everything, man. They deserve the world.
Spring Dog wants to know if you can adopt him.
Well, as soon as he improves his aim with the blue tack, tell him I'll sign the papers.
Perfect.
And he'll know what that means.
Evie, hi, welcome back. Liv asked another question. If you find a partner that you think they're good until you realize that they aren't right by your side regarding anything you love, they aren't. Oh, okay, maybe that was more of a statement, not a question. Okay. But yeah, let's see here if I'm missing anything else. Okay. I don't think so. Guys, if y'all have any more questions, throw them out because we're going to cut here in a little bit. Let's see here. Spring Dog says, well, it looks like I'm not getting adopted.
Come on, man. At least try.
Right on. Let's see here. Can y'all help me buy a new monitor since all of the... No, bro. Yeah, I make the joke all the time. Full-time streamer budget. Y'all, if anybody knows me, we're talking PB&J cereal every day. Let's see here. Larry, you have, guys, please do, if y'all haven't already, guys, please go check out Larry's channel, guys. There are people, you know, that you follow because you really like the game they're playing, or you follow because of the community, guys. Larry's one of the guys it's the best of both worlds. We're talking Hannah Montana. Listen, he's got the good looks.
Yes to the reference.
He's got the good personality. Guys, he is just a guy that you want to follow just because he's an awesome dude. Very, very cool guy. Very, very awesome. So please, guys, go check out his channel. Drop him a follow. Go check him out. See what he's all about. And you'll be able to check out Miss Fishburger in there as well. She's super cool. And y'all, I know all of y'all have seen Miss Fishburger in our chat. Especially y'all might recognize her from the Scary Game stream where she just went rampant on the alerts, dude. That was it was so
Listen,
funny.
I'm not gonna lie, I was just sitting there living for it, man. I was just sitting there living for that.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Why are both of you stud muffins? Well, I have been, you know, Larry doesn't know this, but before he was even streaming, I was following him on Instagram, so I was always going for that Larry look. You know, that's what we call it down here in Houston, is that Larry look.
So Larry look.
Oh my gosh. Let's see here.
I'm trying to get that Airman bod, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if it's
now.
gonna happen. I keep eating Pringles and never working out, you know?
Oh my gosh. Bro, you're gonna be down at TwitchCon. You're going. Just you, right? Like
100%. I mean, I'll say 97.6%. I've got my hotels booked. I just got to look at flights and all that, and I'm gonna see if my brother wants to come with me.
Well, you
and,
know you're coming back home doing a handstand.
Hope. Is someone gonna be holding my legs up?
I got you. I'll just stand on the frame.
Okay, there we go. Then we're good.
It'll look real good.
If we can do it that way.
Get some Photoshop in there. Oh man.
Yeah.
I will always remember the koi pond, Evie. Let's see here. Okay, you don't need a monitor, Derby. Let's see here. So my question is, how should you handle your partner being more indifferent about you streaming? Like, you want them to be exactly for you when you hit a milestone, but they're kind of like that. It's honestly there was a really funny moment. There was a really funny moment whenever we were first streaming. I still have confetti, you know, for the milestones, and I'll just pop some poppers and pop some confetti. And my girlfriend at the time, she came home, and my friend was over. My best friend is her brother, and she came home, and my friend was there, and she goes, "Oh, there's always confetti on the ground." I was like, "I know, we're always celebrating shit. Like, it sucks. It sucks. Like, I hate it. Like, I wish we could celebrate less." Like,
we're always celebrating. What do you want me to do? I'm sick of celebrating.
Man, I was just so funny. We were both dying laughing. But, you know, honestly, the thing is, no matter how much you would love to change and be like, "Oh man, I really just want to get her to love this. You know, I really want them to," you can try. You can't change people, but people can change. So if on their own independently, you know, they, you know, want to embrace it and they end up liking it and enjoying it, then fantastic. Oh my gosh, which one is this?
That's Molly.
Molly? And then you said there's one named Yeezy, right?
Yeah, there's one that Yeezy's got his own emote.
Oh wow, dude, that's a cool color. I like the stripes on the tail.
She's a Maine Coon. To answer who was it that asked that question? Let me reread
I think
that.
Liv did.
Majora. All right, hold on. Was it Liv who asked the one? I think it was. Wasn't it Majora? I think it was Majora, right?
It was Majora. You're right.
Okay. How should you handle your partner being more indifferent about you being streaming? Like, you want them to be more excited. Okay, so if your partner is struggling with that, again, it does come down to like an attitude thing, but maybe maybe getting them to be a bit more involved. And I'm not saying, necessarily mod them off the rip, but like if you can get them more involved in it, if you can make them feel involved and make them feel like they're a part of it and not maybe in a way that overwhelms them, they might get a bit more excited for your milestones. You know what I mean? That could be something that helps you tremendously, because then they feel like your milestones are their milestones as well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. X asks, when will be the next time you cancel a stream to take time for yourself and your partner to catch up on time not spent together due to work and streaming?
I mean, so to fully cancel a stream, I feel like it's tough to fully cancel a stream, but you know what? If I felt like we were truly lacking, and we really, really needed that time together, I could definitely see it like happening. I just don't know if there'd be like a timetable where we do that.
Yeah, you don't ever like schedule it.
Yeah.
I'll miss you on this day.
It just, you kind of have to really be feeling it. You know what I mean? And I do like now lately than ever, I feel like I miss her. But like, so for instance, I have tomorrow off of work. I'm going to go and see the tax man, get that taken care of. And I know it's going to be wrapped up relatively quickly. So rather than start the stream early, I'm going to keep the stream still at 7. And I'll spend that time with her that I would have been at work,
Right on.
Look at this one. I know you want your on-cam time too. You're a clout chaser.
Does she always? Which one jumps in the stream most often?
Probably. I mean, more lately, it's probably Chewy and Mo.
Well, guys, let's thank Larry for coming on, guys. One big round of applause for him and get some stuff going on in the chat, guys. Thank you so much for coming on, bud, and coming to hang out with us. Endurance, thank you so much for the gift sub. It's a lot less. It's a different tone here on the podcast than the regular streams. Normally we're, throwing things or. Bro, you know how to do backflips outside today? Or not backflips outside. I had to. The YouTube, they have a minimum on how. I used to do my bit backflips from my phone, but an email just sent out saying, "Hey, you can't do anymore because you don't have 1,000 subs." And I was like,
do any more backflips because you don't have 1,000 subs? Heck, what?
I was like, all right, that's cool. Put that obstacle on the path and see what happens. Bro, I'm talking, I straight take the camera and point it out the window. And I ran outside today in the rain and just to do a backflip.
I didn't know that they did that. That's nuts.
Yeah, they just did it. Like, I just got that email like 2 in the morning, like 2 nights ago. And I was like, okay, that's cool.
We got to get you to 1,000 subs, man.
Oh, yeah. What's it? So, guys, yeah, thank you so much again, Larry and Miss Fishburger, come hang out with us. Guys, please make sure to go check out his channel. Give him a follow. Check him out at the very least. But thank you so much, man. Guys, y'all have a great rest of the night. Monday, no stream. But you're streaming tomorrow, Larry. At 7?
7 p.m. Eastern time.
There you go. All right, fellas. I will see y'all later. Thank you so much again, Larry. And I will see y'all on Tuesday. No stream on Monday. I will see y'all then, guys. A good night.
Night.